she will wait for you. God is so faithful and patient. Yes, you gotta see every single time you need him. I promise he'll be right there. Want you to believe if you get up on your knees, he can wipe away every tear.
Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for visiting the channel, embracing the experience. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it to everyone who is returning and to everyone who is new to the channel. You guys, today's message is going to be about God does not call the prepared, He prepares the called. God does not always call the prepared. He prepares the call. Now, there may be some instances where God will call those who are already prepared. But in a lot of cases, He prepares you because you are called. So you might be in a situation, you might be in a position where you feel like you're not worthy. Like, God, I don't know if I can do this. I know that you told me to do this, but God, am I equipped for it? There's better people. There's other people who are more qualified than me. There's other people who have more experience than me. They have the degrees. They went to Christian school. They got the degrees to be a missionary or an apostle or a pastor. And Father God, I'm just me. I don't have any of these degrees. I haven't gotten accredited and been to a Christian school. I don't have the master class. I haven't graduated a master class. I haven't graduated college. I haven't graduated high school. Whatever your situation is, or I just got a GED, Lord, this message is for those who feel like they are not qualified. They are not deserving, that they're not worthy. I'm here to tell you that God does not call the prepared. He prepares the call. That means that if God said it, He meant it. If God said it, He meant it. And see, a lot of times the enemy will try to make you feel like you're not fit for the position. He'll try to make you feel like, oh, it's not you. You're not fit. You don't got the qualifications. You're not worthy. You got too much going on. You from the ghetto. You from the hood, or you are even the flip side of that too. You are unexperienced. You can't reach the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't relate to people. Because maybe some of you guys are not people. I mean, people, a people person. Maybe you're just somebody who is a loner. You know what I'm saying? And so there could be many situations that may come to you and make you feel like, I'm not right for this position. Is God really calling me to go into ministry? Let me tell you, if God spoke to you directly, if God sent somebody to tell you directly, if it's been in your spirit to go into ministry and God has told you to do it, I don't care what your situation is, you are meant to do it. Don't let the enemy trick you out of walking into your purpose, because that's all he wants to do. That's the whole purpose of telling you that you can't relate to people, that you're not called, that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving. When you know that God told you to do something, you know that God told you to go for it, right? And so a good example of this, I would say, is Moses. Because Moses also did not believe that he was called. He did not, and God had to tell him, like, in so many words, I'm going to prepare you. Don't worry about all that. I'm going to prepare you. So let's go ahead and read, right? Exodus 4. And it goes like this. And Moses answered and said, but behold, they will not believe me nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, the Lord has not appeared unto me. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have some people saying that God didn't choose you. God ain't speaking to you. God ain't talking to you. Who do you think you are? I remember when you used to be like this. I remember when you used to be like that. Since when did you start loving God and listening to God? And then if you let these thoughts come into your head, you will begin to doubt yourself, and you will begin to doubt, like, am I really called, right? But listen to the Lord say, and the Lord said unto him, what is it in thy hand? And he said, a rod. And he said, cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thy hand and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob hath appeared unto you. So the Lord is showing Moses, listen, just because you don't feel like that, or because they are saying this about you, doesn't make it true. I have equipped you. God is saying he's prepared you, and he is equipping you in the midst of the battle, in the midst of the trial, in the midst of whatever the calling is that he's having you to do, whatever your purpose is. He's equipping you in the midst of it. It's not going to be all the time that you know that you're already prepared, you're already like finished, and you're already refined, and you've already been through the everything, and now you're called. No, sometimes like you're gonna be called while you're in the midst of that thing. You ain't even gonna understand, like, how is God qualifying me? How am I worthy or even deserving of being here? God is saying, I'm gonna train you up while you're going through it, right? And then it says, and the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, Put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take of the water of the river, and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither here theretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue. And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Who hath maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou should say. So look, even though Moses felt like, man, I got a speech impairment, I'm slow to speak, I'm not a good speaker, how am I going to be able to teach these people? God said, you go anyway, and I'm going to tell you what to say. You understand what I'm saying? So don't let your limitations, don't let people's opinions of you, don't even let the opinions of yourself stop you. And a lot of times I know about this because I'm the one. I'm one of the ones. I'm like, if you ever dealt with this situation, I'm her. I'm the one to be like, well, God, I know you told me to do this, but I don't want to do it because, of this and because of that. And, they said I'm this or they said I'm that. God, I don't even know if I can do it myself. God told me to go anyway. And I'm like, God, what if I don't see results? God said, go anyway. Keep going until you do see results, and then go some more. And you know what? It's about obedience, y'all. It's about obedience. And see, in my previous message, I was like talking about how it doesn't matter like what you look like or how good you think you are. God looks at your heart, and he chooses out of your heart, right? But then the Lord told me to also give a message regarding this. Not only does he choose your heart, he also wants you to know that You might not feel like you're deserving, qualified, or worthy or whatever. They might not feel like you're deserving, qualified, or worthy. But God say he don't look at what people got to say about you. He chooses you and he can prepare you along the way. You don't have to be this person who's already perfect and you're already, you know the whole Bible, you know everything. You know, you've been to all the schooling, you've gotten all the teaching. Sometimes God will be training you and telling you what to say and telling you what to do in the midst of that thing. And you won't even realize what's going on. You just be in the midst of it, in the middle of it, like, okay, all right, well, here I am, Lord, you know. But don't dismiss the fact that you do need that. In some cases, yes, you will already be trained. You will already been going through the teachings and everything before you go into ministry or before you go into that business or whatever your purpose is. That you will have all the necessary training, that you will be eloquent, that you'll be everything before you even go into it. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying this message is for those who know they are called and they're hesitating and procrastinating to walk into their purpose because they feel like they need to prepare themselves first. It's not always like that. Sometimes God will call you and prepare you in the midst of your situation. So I love y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. I hope this touches somebody and was of encouragement to somebody out there. Peace. In the best way.